From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University, co-powered by IIHM.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the nation's sharpest opinion. What has happened in Bengal is shocking, unprecedented. It is extremely worrying. It is sad, truly, to see the state of affairs in Bengal today. In fact, it is tragic to see not just the number of people who are killed in Bengal in the name of the Panchayat election campaign, but to see the way in which the Trinamool Congress almost behaves in a way that this is collateral damage. It is shocking to hear the comments of people who are supposed to uphold law and order. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been reported that 17 people have died, if not more, in this violence in the Panchayat elections. And the Director General of Police in Bengal, Mr. Manoj Malviya, says, and these are his exact words, he says the violence in Bengal is only sporadic, little, and he says the media is making too big a deal of it and is trying to create a situation to tell the people in the country that there is violence. Ladies and gentlemen, you should ask Mr. Manoj Malviya, who is the Director General of Police in Bengal, is this statement aimed at satisfying his political bosses? He should ask himself, ladies and gentlemen, whether he's answerable to the uniform that he wears, or whether it's only aimed at making statements that will get a round of applause from the ruling party in Bengal today. How can you call the violence sporadic? How can the Director General in Police in Bengal try and give lectures to the media on how they should report when he can't do his own job? Ladies and gentlemen, another statement which came up today, and this came from a Trinamool leader called Arabul Islam, and he said, these are his words, and I'll put it out in entirety, it will also be there in the report. He says, if we decide to fight, then there will be a fight. What kind of fight, Mr. Islam? But we did not fight, we want peace. If we decide that we will fight, that the Trinamool Congress will fight, then nobody can stand in front of us in Bhangar, which is an area. We are not going to that area. Our leaders have ordered peaceful voting. Now listen to what he said. We did not go to fight. If we had gone to fight, 20 to 50 people would have been killed. Would that be good? Would there be peace in Bengal? Ladies and gentlemen, a Trinamool Congress leader saying this, in my view, constitutes an open threat of counter-violence. Who is in charge of the police and the law and order machinery in Bengal? It is Mamata Banerjee. Can Mamata Banerjee take action against this leader for his statement, which is far beyond inflammatory? No. Will Mamata Banerjee take action against the media, which questions the inability of the Bengal police? Her breakdown of law and order under her watch in Bengal? Yes. Because the fact of the matter is, the reality is that the ruling party in Bengal seems to believe that it has no responsibility towards the constitution or towards the people of Bengal. Ladies and gentlemen, is there a go slow or not in the given situation is for anyone to imagine. But pictures don't lie. And I would just say one thing, which I said yesterday. Whatever the results of these Panchayat elections, if anyone has any sense of morality, there must be no celebration. There is nothing to celebrate. You don't celebrate the consequence of a bloodbath. You just cannot. Let's debate.
reporting from Kuch Bihar that has witnessed a lot of pre-poll violence. 2 active bombs were recovered in front of a BJP workers' residence under Natabadi Assembly constituency in Kuch Bihar. Localites are scared and they are demanding central forces. Otherwise, they will not participate in the Panchayat poll tomorrow.
18 कार्यकर्ता बोलिए, एक दूसरे पार्टी कांग्रेस बोलिए, बीजेपी बोलिए, सीपीएम बोलिए, सब पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता को मौत हो रहा है। बंगाल का जो जनता है बहुत डर में है कि कल उन लोगों को वोट भी देने का है, क्योंकि वो लोग चाहते हैं कि करप्शन के विरुद्ध में वोट दें, लेकिन कैसे वोट देंगे, सुरक्षित रहेंगे या नहीं रहेंगे। पुलिस तो पूरा एकदम तृणमूल के एकदम निर्देश में काम कर रहा है।
Just 12 hours ahead of the Panchayat election in West Bengal, ex-MLA of Bhangar, Arabul Islam, one of the Trinamool leaders, was seen to be openly instigating the mob. In a Republic Bangla interview, Arabul Islam was seen saying that we have the power. We didn't resort to violence. If we had resorted to violence, then 50 people would have killed.
আমাদের দল, আমাদের নেত্রী, আমাদের অভিষেক ব্যানার্জি নির্দেশ দিয়েছে কোনো গন্ডগোল না করে নির্বাচন করতে হবে শান্তিপূর্ণ। আমরা লড়াই করতে যাইনি। আমরা লড়াই করতে গেলে 20-50টা মানুষ মার্ডার হতো। সেটা করলে কি ভাঙড়ের শান্তি বজায় থাকতো? ভাঙড় উত্তপ্ত হতো।
बहुत सेंसिटिव एरिया है मुर्शिदाबाद, और उसी जगह में जहाँ जहाँ पर सबसे ज्यादा वायलेंस की खबर आया है, उस जगह में गवर्नर खुद जा रहे हैं, ग्राउंड जीरो से देख रहे हैं कि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन क्या है, क्या सिचुएशन है ग्राउंड जीरो का। खुद जाके गवर्नर सीवी आनंद बोस देख रहे हैं।
Tomorrow, before the voting begins, I will be on the road. After the voting ends, I will go back.
देखिए, गवर्नर साहब का ऑब्जर्वेशन क्वाइट राइट है। उनका इस स्टेटमेंट को हम वेलकम करते हैं। जो लोगों का डेथ हुआ है उन लोगों के परिवारों के साथ मिल रहे हैं और उनके पास खड़े आने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। एक्चुअली ये ड्यूटी था हमारे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव हेड का, स्टेट का, यानी सीएम का। सीएम नहीं कर रहे हैं, उनकी जगह जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल हेड है उनको करना पड़ रहा है।
The whole of Bengal is still clueless. How many security personnel are going to be deployed in front of a booth in West Bengal? How many police? How many CRPF jawans? Where are they going to be posted? BSF IG has written to the State Election Commissioner asking him to clear about the deployment, the arrangements, as well as the stay of central forces in West Bengal. On one hand, we have seen the lackadaisical nature of State Election Commission regarding the deployment of forces.
It's an extremely grim situation in Bengal. I can tell you one thing, viewers, when any political party comes and says on the program, we know how to handle, this is Bengal, leave it to us, then people in Bengal are angry. I get messages from people in Bengal who say, what gives them the right to assume that they own Bengal? Viewers, I just want to put some pictures on your screen so you get a sense of what is happening. Because I truly believe, viewers, that in the course of reporting many other news stories over the last 1 week, what has happened in Bengal, the bloodshed in Bengal has been underreported, especially because of the events that have taken place in Maharashtra, the political developments. Somewhere, the benefit has been to the Bengal government that what is happening in Bengal is not being reported as aggressively as it should be in the national media, but Republic will do it. And ladies and gentlemen, if I have everyone's audio line through, I don't know if it's through, then my first question is tonight, I wanted to put my first question to the TMC spokesperson, but I don't know whether the audio is through. Tausif.
Am I audible, Arnab?
Yes, you are. Thank you, Tausif.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Tausif and Bharati Ghosh will open the debate. and I will not tolerate a single bit of interruption on my program tonight, please. Because we have a lot of time, I don't have a third debate. Mr. Rahman, Arabul Islam. Arabul Islam is from the Trinamool Congress. In an interview to Republic Bangla, he has said, Bharati, that we are not fighting. If we had gone to fight, 20 to 50 people would have been murdered. This is the language of a political leader, I think an ex-minister from the Trinamool Congress, who said if we had fought, we are being restrained by our leaders, by Abhishek Banerjee, by Mamata Banerjee, but if we had fought, if we had gone to fight, or if we fight, in other words, if we retaliate, 20 to 50 people would be murdered. Murdered. This is the exact word he has used. A political leader is talking about retaliatory murder. This is a threat. This is a threat of violence. This is an illegality. Bharati Ghosh is an ex-police officer. The man should be arrested. This is a threat of violence. It's a threat of murder. It's a threat of homicide. It's as clear as that. But it's been done in a very casual way. Public leaders, when they talk like this, that if we had fought, we would have killed 30 to 20 to 50 people. I'm sorry, 1 minute. Tausif, 1 minute, 1 minute. Do not interrupt me now, please, after I finish. You can caveat this with anything. You can say, we are not hitting people, we are not fighting, but if we fight, 20 to 50 people will be murdered. The language of murder being spoken is being watched by everyone across the country. But you don't have the guts to arrest Arabul Islam. You don't have the guts to act against your own leaders who are speaking this language. And I think this exposes you before the people of the country. Tausif, why can't you act against Arabul Islam? Please be specific in your response to the specific question.
See, Arnab, what you are showing is a different context. I will not say that what Arabul Islam is saying is mismatched, or it has been tampered, or this is not his voice. I don't want to be a naive. I don't want to sound naive as well. But I will tell you what Abhishek Banerjee has said. I mean, your question was why.
My question is on Arabul Islam, and I request a response to Arabul Islam. Arabul Islam has said that if we had fought, 20 to 50 people would have been murdered. Would that have been good?
Saying.
Is that no? My question to you is, Mr. Tausif Rahman, is that not an open threat of violence? Why can't you simply accept it?
It's not. I mean, see.
Is that not an open threat of counter violence? Is that not an open threat of violence?
No, you are making it sound like a threatened.
Oh,
but
wow.
What if I tell you in the beginning of the nomination, BJP was backing ISF, and who started this whole blame game in Bhangur? Who attacked the TMC workers first? Who broke his leg? One of the TMC worker got fractured leg, and who attacked? ISF, BJP, they don't have cadres in Bhangur and the whole Bengal. But with 10 people attacking one innocent TMC cadre coming back from the house, and who started this bloodshed? ISF and BJP. You don't have that idea, Arnabji. But I will tell you, I will enlighten your viewers and Bharati Ghosh as well. What is the scenario in Bhangur? So if you want to attack a ruling government all alone, coming back from his work without any agenda, just for fun, so of course the leader will have some words which will be inappropriate. I agree to you. I don't support the statement.
A threat of murder is simply inappropriate.
But the statement coming from my leader, Abhishek Banerjee, was very straight.
A threat of murder is merely inappropriate.
Any nuisance in West Bengal. He will never tolerate. He is ready to suspend any miscreant he will be putting behind the bars. Whether you are from TMC, BJP, CPM, ISF, nothing will be entertained in Bengal. This is Bengal. This is not Tripura, where the bloodshed will happen. How many bomb blasts would happen in Tripura, sir? How many bloodbaths? How many bombs were happened in Tripura?
I will have a response now. I asked for an answer and not a speech. I will come back to you. I'll come back to you. Bharati Ghosh is responding. Bharati Ghosh, the Trinamool Congress says we are not out to fight. If we wanted to fight, the Trinamool leader says 20 to 50
Because
people
you are
would have been
maligning
killed.
The whole people of Bengal.
The attempt is to make himself look like a victim and put out a threat of counter-violence. Bharti Ghosh, what is your contribution to the violence? Is there none?
I would only say this to the Trinamool Congress, that don't flex your voice so much that you are left with a whisper or not even a whisper. What is so aggressive and proud to be about? Do you deserve an award for the 21 lives that are lost now? And forget the BJP, forget the BJP. What about the observation of Justice Amrita Sinha, who is saying so much bloodshed, so much intimidation? It's a shame for the state. The judge herself is saying it is a shame for the state. Why is your chief minister, being the minister of law and order, why is she silent?
She did not interrupt when you were speaking, please.
Why is she not going? Do not interrupt, please. Be patient. Do not be aggressive on the national television also. Why is your chief minister silent when so many people are dying? Why is she not coming out and visiting the houses where people are dying? You are killing people. You are leaving the family scarred for life. There is a fear psychosis in the whole state, and no single unit of the central force has been deployed. Even till now, there is zero visibility. I would say there is zero visibility from Basanti, from Gosaba, from Khejuri, from Murshidabad. No central force deployed.
I would like to get everyone.
What is happening?
I would like to get everyone on. I'd like to get everyone on. We have Sudipta Dasgupta, who's kept his hand up for a while. One point is he leans towards the left. He leans towards the left. Also, Jaideep Mazumdar wants to come into the debate. Please, everyone.
We are talking about lives. Every day.
The astonishing thing.
Every day.
The astonishing thing here is, things have become very brazen. Tausif, let me tell you, this level of brazenness is very short-lived usually. You go and ask the Director General of Police in Bengal, Mr. Manoj Malviya. 1 minute. The Director General of Police in Bengal, Sudipta. His name, I am told, is Manoj Malviya Jaideep. He says, why is the media making a big deal of it? These are choto-moto incidents. These are sporadic incidents. I think there must be immediate action taken against the DGP. But of course, Mamata Banerjee must be very happy with him.
But the way media is...
Abhishek Banerjee must be very happy with him. But it's a disgrace to the uniform to do that kind of statement, to make that kind of statements, to behave like this. To have no moral responsibility. Is that what a person wears the uniform for?
Absolutely, Arnab. This brazenness has been the hallmark of not only the police, the political. He's after all Mr. Malviya. He's not the DGP. He's the Director General of the Trinamool Congress Police, DGTCP. Let's call him that. This brazenness has been there right from the beginning, from the day the polls were announced. If I take you back to June, the day after, within 24 hours of appointment of Rajiva Sinha, the polls were announced. It was as if he was given the poll schedule by Mamata Banerjee and he just announced it. He did not go through any formalities, nothing. Okay. Coming back to what the Trinamool Congress spokesperson was saying, this is exactly what we used to hear during the left front's time also. This whataboutery, no violence happens in other states. And the last resort is, you are trying to defame Bengal.
Why don't you focus?
You are trying to defame Bengal.
Let him complete, Tausif. I started with you. I began with you, Tausif. He has a right to speak. Jaideep has a right to speak, Tausif. I request you not to speak over him because he did not speak over you. I have time on the debate. The standard tactic of stopping people from speaking will not be allowed tonight. Everybody will speak. I began with you. I request you, let him speak. Thank you very much. Jaideep, please continue.
Bengal continues to be defamed every time a person is killed or attacked or threatened, intimidated. Every time this happens, Bengal is defamed inch by inch, bloodshed, drop of blood. So don't say that Bengal is being defamed by others. Bengal is being defamed by the people who carry on these sort of attacks and who indulge in this sort of violence. Don't blame others.
At the end of the day, you are blaming all the Bengalis.
Absolutely, I'm blaming you people. I am blaming you people. I'm blaming you people. I am blaming you people, and do not interrupt me. Getting back to what I was saying right from the very beginning.
Louder,
Arnab, look at how these people have rigged the entire election process. the Supreme Court struck down the Rajiva Sinha's appeal against deployment of forces. After that, the next day, what Rajiva Sinha goes and does is he requisitions 22 companies of central forces, making a mockery of the judiciary. 22 companies of central forces, one company for each district. He had to be told, no, it's not 22 companies that you can deploy. You have to deploy 822 companies. That also has not been deployed properly. The whole election process, right from the beginning, is being rigged, and we can expect more violence in the day. Tomorrow and in the post-poll.
No, I think a very critical issue is when a senior Trinamool leader is openly threatening bloodshed. Sudipta, he also faces non-bailable charges. You're a lawyer under the Arms Act. He's a threat, and he's saying if I were to retaliate, 20 to 50 people would have been killed. He threatens the peace. He has non-bailable charges against him. This threat cannot be taken lightly. By allowing him to make threats and continue to be a free man, the Trinamool Congress is effectively encouraging the politics of violence and the threat of violence. That's how I see it. But if somebody has washed their hands off the situation, what can you do about it? Sudipta.
No, we are not going
Sudipta,
backwards.
you wash your hands off. Sudipta is responding tonight.
My name is Sudipto.
Sudipto, sorry. Yes, Sudipto.
No. At the outset, Arnab, many thanks for inviting me. Secondly, what is going to happen tomorrow is not an election, it is a farce. Make it very clear, it's not an election, it's a farce. When the election was declared, Abhishek Banerjee said, if anyone could not file his nomination, come and contact me. Who is Abhishek Banerjee? At that very stage, Abhishek Banerjee could have been barred from campaigning. The Election Commission did not take any steps. Why? Because the Election Commission today is lost his autonomy, lost his independency, acting as the behest of Trinamool Congress. You are talking about Arabul. Arabul is not a TMC leader. He is a goon. Make it very clear. He is not a leader. He is a goon. He should have been arrested as a part of preventive arrest. And you are talking about non-bailable, cognizable offense. I know if this case, even if a bailable case is registered against you, against me, I would have been arrested. He would have been arrested. But since it is Arabul, even in an Arms Act, he is still not been arrested. You are talking about election. I heard what the Trinamool spokesperson is saying. There has been violence. 15 people
you are
died.
sounding more pious than the Pope.
Our Pope, 15 lives we have lost. What was the election commissioner doing? What was the state police doing? Now time has come. The election commissioner should be held responsible for culpable homicide. The state police should be held responsible for culpable homicide. This is culpable homicide and nothing else. What is going to happen today, whatever may be the result, this is not an election. This is a tight slap what the Trinamool Congress have on the face of the democracy. This is not an election. We as advocates, every day people are coming. We are being beaten. Please lodge a case. We could not even cast our vote. We could not file our nomination. Is this way of... The Election Commission has even failed to protect the basic fundamental right. These Trinamool, they are acting at the behest of the Trinamool Congress. If the Election Commission acted independently, this Arabul Islam goon should have been behind the bars. Not only Arabul Islam, you name it, everywhere.
No, first of all, is it true, one second, Pratim Ranjan Bose, if this is the case, it is truly shocking. Is it true, Pratim Ranjan Bose, senior journalist, is it true what Sudipto is saying, that Abhishek Banerjee made the statement that if you are having a problem filing your nomination, come and contact me?
Yes.
Who does he think he is?
Given by Abhishek
Did he actually make that comment? It's a ridiculous comment to make. Pratim Ranjan Bose.
It was not a comment. Because you people were...
Let Mr. Bose verify.
Because you people were maligning the government.
I cannot confirm or reconfirm whatever is Mr. Banerjee saying. But I know in this occasion, but I know a couple of months ago when the job scam issue was at its peak, and after the court verdict, then Mr. Banerjee said that he can hold court and resolve the issues. So the issue is very clear. I mean, I should have rightly said that who is Mr. Banerjee, because Mr. Banerjee is a party functionary. He is not a government official. He is not a minister in the government. So naturally, if such comments are made, it is of course it falls under the jurisdiction of the State Election Commission to act. Now, having said that, Arnab, you opened this debate asking that who failed Bengal. I should say that for last 45 or more years, it is the rulers of Bengal who are failing Bengal. And to this, I am just giving you last 15 years account of local poll elections. In 2008, Meera Pandey was the State Election Commissioner. Left Front wanted to hold the election in one phase, and Meera Pandey disagreed. Good census prevailed, Left Front agreed. In 2000, now comes the Parivartan in 2011, as per media reports. I am quoting Hindustan Times, Indian Express, Economic Times, etc. So, as per Economic Times, Mamata Banerjee wanted to dissolve the panchayats by 2012. Meera Pandey held guard. It finally was held in time, and again the government wanted one phase election. It was the point of conflict. SEC wanted three-phase election and under central force coverage. In 2015, municipal election, now this time it was a hand-picked WBCS, retired WBCS officer. Meera Pandey was earlier, there were IASs in that position. There was so much of rigging and violence, even at the satellite city of Bidhannagar, Salt Lake, that S.R. Upadhyay resigned from his position. 2018 Panchayat election, don't judge violence by the number of people killed. That is just an understatement of the whole thing. Judge violence from the fact that there were mistakes.
If we are talking, Mr. Bose, of the culture of violence, then how can we exclude, and I want to bring in Rohin Somen Mitra in this, how can we exclude the Congress? If you are talking about 45 years, why don't you talk of the violence under the Congress leader Siddharth Shankar Ray? Why don't you talk about the numerous young men who have been killed and brutalized in that period? So, but the fact of the matter is that the present government, and Rohin won't talk about it because he wants to save democracy, you see. He wants to save democracy. What we are seeing here is the absolute mutilation of democracy. But you people, Rohin, will come together in Patna and in Bangalore and in Delhi and say we save democracy. You don't have the courage, you don't have the spine, you don't have the morality beyond letting your local Bengal leaders issue whimsical one-line comments on the violence in Bengal. You don't have the guts. Your leaders in Delhi don't have the guts to talk about the widespread violence. Neither will you go to the Election Commission. You will look for your short-term political benefits. You should be condemned for it. Because you don't have the guts. Neither do you have a real position on the issue.
No, this is the idea you think that you can bring it out. But I wanted to start with this, that, the Congress has not been in an alliance with the Trinamool since 2012. The Congress has been the main opposition party in 2016, in 2021. We did not do well in the elections. That does not mean that we are not against the Trinamool. You cannot point out any fact under Sonia Ji, under Rahul Gandhi, and today under Mr. Kharge.
That is like Rahul Gandhi saying I was not in action during 1984. That's a really ignorant comment. When I asked Rahul Gandhi, about his position on the anti-Sikh riots, he said I was not in politics at that time. That's a silly comment.
Arnab, you started this debate with the comment with what the DGP has said. You don't realize people on your panel who were there with the Trinamool in 2018, who was influential in the violence. Today, who's the leader of the party in the opposition, Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari, who was the main architect of the 2018 violence. You want to safeguard them and put them as the main opposition to the TMC. That is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. Bengal has always voted in a secular right. Bengal people will vote on the secular grounds. And the BJP
secular, what is secular about? What is secular? Kindly tell me. I don't understand this complexity. Somebody tell me. 1 minute. Tausif, 1 minute. Let me get Nilanjan also.
No.
I'm just getting everyone in. Tausif, kindly tell me what is secular about 18 people being killed? What is secular about 18 killings?
No.
What is secular about?
Are you secular about?
What is secular about? What is secular about? And you, okay, 1 minute. Tausif, let's debate this. Tausif and Bharti, 1 sec. Tausif, tell me one thing. You keep saying, first of all, please go and tell your leader Abhishek Banerjee to watch his words, because when he says, no, maybe it's his political immaturity. When he says, 1 minute, when he says, I'm telling you one thing, when he says that if you're having a problem filing the nomination, come and ask me. I want to ask you one question, the same question. Listen to me tonight. You're totally cornered. You're on the back foot. You don't know what to say. You're actually feeling bad about what's happening, and you know the people of the country are against you on this subject. My question to you is this. My question is this. Can you tell me, Nilanjan, how many people withdrew their nominations? And why?
How many people were uncontested in Tripura?
How many people withdrew their nominations and why? How many people had to withdraw their nominations and why? How many people? Why are you repeating my question? Why are you repeating my question? My question tonight. You can't listen to me? You can't hear me? How many people withdrew their nominations in the course of the Panchayat elections? Answer my question. And within the answer, there will be a truth that you cannot hide.
Please let me finish.
Yeah. How many people withdrew their nominations? Viewers, you're going to be shocked when you hear of this number. You're going to be totally shocked out of your mind that this happens in Indian democracy today. How many people withdrew their nominations? How many people withdrew their nominations? Stop your fake anger, Nilanjan. Stop your fake anger. How many people withdrew their nominations? I'm asking you both.
Stop your nonsense.
I'm asking you both. Since you're a non-serious person, I will go to Tausif. Tausif, my question to you, I want 1 versus 1 on this. How many people, ladies and gentlemen, withdrew their nominations? The Trinamool Congress, Bharti, and now 1 minute. Trinamool Congress has been saying you should be happy so many people filed nominations. Your leader says you're having a problem filing a nomination, come to me. Who does he think? He's the king of Japan? Now listen to me. 1 point. No, 1 minute. The point is this. In my information is that 20,585 candidates, ladies and gentlemen, am I right, Sudipta? 20,000, am I right, Sudipto? 20,585 candidates withdrew their nominations. The Calcutta High Court asked for an explanation from the State Election Commission. Why have 20,585 candidates withdrawn their nomination? Were they intimidated? Were they threatened? Is it normal? Is it democratic? Answer the question.
I want to answer.
Answer the question. Don't ask me a question in turn. Simply answer the question. Simply answer the question. Sudipto, you should answer the question. Answer the question if you can. Answer the question if you can. Why did 20,585 candidates withdraw their nominations?
We filed 46,000 nominations. That is enough for us.
How many filed nominations? And how many TMC candidates withdrew their nominations?
How much we can go?
He doesn't know what happened in Alimuddin Street. What happened in the CPM party office.
They are the ones who are going to stop us, kill us, harass us,
in Tripura, Bharti ji? West Bengal is having 8% of uncontested seat. Tripura had 12% of uncontested seat. Answer me, I request.
Bharti, louder.
In Bengal. In 2018, you did the same thing. And then you went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court had remarked that something is rotten in the state of Denmark. The same trend continues. The same trend continues. Then it was 16,000. Now it is more or less the same as something more. You decide how much nomination we are going to file. You decide where to stop us. You decide when to kill us. You own Bengal, right? You own Bengal. That's what you think. You decide everything, right? For us, for all the opposition. You decide how much democracy should move in the waters of Bengal, in the airs of Bengal. That is what you think. No, you are wrong.
You are in the second position with the nomination, yes or no? After TMC,
is it a gift?
The highest number of nomination from your side, yes or no?
Are you gifting? This is our democratic right.
Sir,
are you gifting?
Sudipto, Sudipto and TMC.
Very funny what is coming from your side.
Arnab, only two things I would like to place. Two things.
Your arrogance is
Am I audible?
Your arrogance
Sudipto and TMC, pro-left and TMC.
Your neta, you say it's just political immaturity.
You need to learn from your zone committee,
and arrogance.
from your Politburo, that what Subhash Chakrabarti has done in Salt Lake. You need to learn all this.
I have not got an answer to my question. What was my question, Sudipto? What was my question? And I'd like to have Trinamool in the middle, and on one side Sudipto, and on the other side Jaideep Majumdar. 1 second, calm down. My question being tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute. Here's my question. Here's my question. My question to you is, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what is happening in Bengal today. Things are such that you can sit in Saudi Arabia and file your nomination papers if you are from Trinamool. These questions he will not answer. My information is there is a Trinamool candidate. Just 1 minute, please. 1 minute. There is a Trinamool. Please don't interrupt me, please. Please don't. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a person in North Chobbish Pargana who had allegedly filed a nomination when he was sitting in Saudi Arabia. 20,000 plus candidates have withdrawn their nomination. How are these things being allowed? Are these facts confirmed or not confirmed? My question to you.
Absolutely confirmed. Yeah. Absolutely confirmed, Arnab.
So, how is the state?
I must say, firstly, I am telling you, Arnab, what your channel is showing is not even 5% of what is actually happening in Bengal.
Sudipto has forgotten 2003. Sudipto has forgotten 2000. No, he has forgotten what happened. He was not born that time.
I did not interrupt. If you interrupt, then you could not be able to. I can also raise my voice. I can also interrupt you. Please shut your mouth. Allow me to speak. It's a debate. The nation is watching. Please allow me.
Please let him speak. Tausif, let him speak and then you come in, please. Tausif, I am letting you speak, but you know, you are the only person on the panel who's speaking over everyone else. Now that disturbs people. No, you are the only person speaking over everyone else, and that's not appropriate. You hear the harsh reality. You answer the question. Did a Trinamool answer the question? Viewers, he can't answer the question, so he's speaking over everyone. He can answer the question. Did a Trinamool leader file nomination papers while sitting in Saudi Arabia or not?
In Saudi Arabia, a Trinamool candidate of Gram Panchayat from North 24 Parganas filed the nomination. This was not detected by the Election Commission. This was not detected by the state government. The BDO has done that. After the matter was filed before the court, the Election Commission came, we will see. Thereafter, the Election Commission cancelled this nomination. And Arnab, do you know what the court said? The court said it has got international ramification. How could a candidate sitting in Saudi Arabia file nomination and the BDO accept it? And you are talking about 20,000. I am telling you, Arnab, it is not 20,000. It is more than 20,500 candidates who have withdrawn their nomination. There are 50,000 candidates, Arnab. There are 50,000, 82,000 candidates, 60,000 candidates who could not even file their nomination. And they are saying, come to me, who is Abhishek Banerjee? Is he a member of the government? Is he a member? This is our democratic right. They are not doing any favor to allow us to file the nomination.
He used to stay near Jadavpur. Your ex-MLA, he was a sports minister. He used to make bombs. Your Kanti Ganguly, I think you are not born when Kanti Ganguly was the MLA and sports minister.
What are you doing today? Don't give explanation what happened in Tripura, what happening in UP, what happened 20 years back. What are you doing today?
We are not doing anything. If your alliance
you are not doing anything. You are not doing anything. And what are being shown on television? What I have to say, what are being shown on television? What the court is saying? Every day, the High Court is saying, stop the election if there is so much bloodshed.
I think the appropriate thing is at this stage. I want to say something. I want to tell you, regardless of the result, Jaideep, regardless of the result, if the Trinamool Congress wins the Panchayat election, it should not celebrate because it cannot
not an
celebrate
election,
the
it
killing
is a
of 17 to 20
farce.
people.
Please don't
It is really
election,
sad. This is not an election. It is an act of continuous bloodshed.
Lectures. It's not
Continuous
political.
bloodshed.
A victory
And one
over
point
the
I-
Jaideep.
bodies of people.
One point I need to make.
1 minute, Bharti.
A victory
Jaideep.
over
To
the
make this point.
a victory over the bodies of people by desecrating the sanctity of the entire election process is no victory at all. Let us be very clear. Even one person withdrawing his nomination out after being intimidated, that desecrates the sanctity of the entire process. I am not going into what is happening in Tripura. I'm talking about what is happening in Bengal today. Let me tell you this also, that if I take you to what Mamata Banerjee used to say earlier and what she's saying now, you will be very embarrassed. Let us not go into what is happening in Tripura, what is happening in the US, what is happening in other parts of the world, what is happening in Ukraine. Let us not go into that. Okay? We are talking about Bengal today, this year. We are not talking about the past. We are talking about now. Here, present, now.
I understand Arnab will not scold you. I understand. Arnab is a calm guy. He will never scold you.
Arnab, one thing, please, Arnab. You will be astonished what Mamata Banerjee has said. You will be astonished what Mamata Banerjee has said.
They never won a councillor election in Alipuddin Street.
Come up with your utensils and everything. This is not a provocation.
Why people rejected left front? Why people were upset with left front? Because 200, 300, 400 people were used to get killed during Panchayat election. I am not supporting
a few days back,
I never supported that.
A few days back, Mr. Bose, we have Bharti back on the debate. A few days back,
No one wants to take any complaint anymore.
I am not supporting.
Bharti
No
versus
one wants to take any complaint anymore. The police has closed their shops. The police stations are closed from today. No one wants to take any complaint. Till today, they were registering false cases against all the Bharatiya Janata Party candidates. And today there is an order from the Honorable High Court that in Puj Bihar, the police has registered so many false allegations. So there should be an inquiry. This is how the police is working in Bengal.
Where the bombs and arms and ammunition is coming. The bombs are coming from Bangladesh. So why don't the BSF start those?
How do you know? Why do,
because
law and order is your problem, right?
I just want to say one thing to you. Bharti, one point. Bharti, one point I want to tell Tausif. And Tausif, you need to listen to me here. Because you know what? You may be very arrogant today, but you must prepare for the consequences of whatever you are doing now. And as an experienced journalist, it is my duty to give you my view, Tausif. I have seen this arrogance, Tausif. I have seen people very, 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 very arrogant when they are in power. Their tone changes, their body language changes, they feel they are here for eternity.
Our pride is with
listen to me, please. Listen to me, please.
Our pride is with our people.
Listen, 1 minute.
That's our pride.
Tausif, listen to me. You need to understand that this is the stuff of legend now, these scams. The syndicate system where there are real estate goons managing things, the money comes to political parties, is behind the violence. I am continuing to speak. Please don't speak over me. If you want to have, I am going to make my point, then you can respond. It's a democracy. I am making my point. Why you are getting touchy about it? Let me complete what I am saying. Listen, have the courage to listen. Have the courage to listen. Have the courage to listen. Please listen. You are on a network which has the #1 channel in Bengal. We're the most popular media house in Bengal, you should know. Because we speak the voice of the people. Now, Tausif, let me tell you one thing. Today I want to tell you, you can control other channels. But people of Bengal know you can't control Republic Bangla. And you also know you can't control Republic Bangla. I am very proud of the fact that Republic Bangla is showing the reality today. And there is one thing which I need to say tonight. Please listen. If there is this money from the Panchayat, is the money for the people. If you kill people to take money away from people, and if the killings happen, whoever continues the killings, the inaction against the killings, where a DGP comes and says this sporadic incidents, and you appear dismissive about it, and you came on a program 2 days back, Shawan's program on Republic, And you said, oh, earlier 30 people were killed, now 15 people are killed, things are improving.
No, you are misquoting my
How can you
context.
talk like that? I heard that, my blood boiled. How can you talk like that? Now,
Exactly. Figures. These are lies. These are lies. Go home and arrest Arabul.
how can you say
We
that?
want to see action.
Arrest Arabul Islam if
We
you have
want
the
to see
courage.
action. Tell your chief minister to
You
arrest
can't
Arabul.
try and threaten the
Giving that
media.
threatening
You can't
statement.
threaten the media.
Prove
You
that
can no
you
longer
are-
threaten the media.
Taking
The media
control
will
of the
fight you back.
situation. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Arrest Arabul
I'll
Islam.
tell you
We want
one
to
more
see
thing.
that.
Tausif, I'll tell you. Your police, 1 minute, Tausif. Today I will speak the entire truth. I'll tell you, Jaideep and Pratim Ranjan Bose. Listen to me, you're both journalists. Today the police in Bengal. Today the police in Bengal, listen to me. The police in Bengal, if it doesn't like a story on Republic Bangla or Republic, files an FIR here, there, thousands of FIRs, anywhere, file cases. Does the police have the courage to file a case or implement a case or arrest Arabul Islam? Does it?
No, it won't.
It can't. Jaideep, it can't. Its hands are tied.
Arnab, during nomination phase,
You know, if you start the blame game, Arnab, you know, I have lots of rebuttals to give you, but it's a very serious.
There is no rebuttal. You only talk about Manipur and Tripura. You have no rebuttals.
I mean, don't make it a story. Don't make it a film. This is not Kranti. This is
not a film. By the way, one minute. Pratim, is this a film? Is this a film? He says this is a film. The pictures are fiction. How can you talk? Are these pictures fiction?
What kind of stage drama?
They have become.
Pratim Ranjan Bose. Pratim is speaking to you. Tausif, please.
They have become utterly arrogant. Mr. Banerjee was asked by a reporter about fund usage. Using some Enrega fund for elections. And he said that, if you want, you don't take it. It is not a kind of answer you can expect from a ruling party. It is a government fund. It is not the fund of the party. So a reporter is supposed to ask you. See, they're just absolutely arrogant. Now, there is no point in arguing about that. But I would like to take you back to a simple fact. We are talking about violence. What violence have we seen? Pre-poll violence. West Bengal is a state of post-poll violence. Didn't we see 2021?
But it's a conspiracy, sir.
Didn't we see 2018? What happened after 2018 Panchayat election?
Proved in a court of law.
Sir, it's a conspiracy. It's a big conspiracy. You have to understand. It is not a joke. This debate is very serious. 15 people died in West Bengal during Panchayat election. Who is behind the scene?
More than 15.
Why don't you get the facts? Why don't you get the facts? A leader of the opposition says, I know from where the arms are coming. The leader of the opposition enters the BDO office, heckles the BDO officer.
Yeah, if the leader of the opposition, one minute.
The leader of the opposition is backing
Tausif, there's a point. 1 minute. Just one minute. Be logical. Nilanjan, will you stop just giving background music? Tausif, 1 sec. The point being made, Jaideep, by him is the leader of the opposition should win.
Speak or just don't call me in your show.
The leader of the opposition, he says, knows where the arms are coming from, then he should take action.
How come?
The police is reporting to the leader of the opposition or to Mamata Banerjee?
No, he is giving a guarantee.
The police is reporting to the leader of the opposition or to Mamata Banerjee?
So who's controlling the borders?
No, who is controlling the Home Ministry in Bengal?
No, who's controlling the
Home Ministry in Bengal?
How come the borders are allowing those arms?
As well as Abhijit Banerjee.
I mean, this is so funny.
Police reports to both of them.
Taking the guarantee of
And only the
that I know the arms are coming from Bangladesh. What authenticity does he have?
Language? This is a journalist. Who is he?
Can you stop making intellectually incompetent remarks? Jaideep, please respond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, as I said in the very beginning, Mr. Malviya is not the DGP. He is the DGTCP, the Director General of Trinamool Congress Police. The police force in Bengal, and this has been the case for a very, very long time now, is completely politicized. It is the handmaiden of the ruling party. That has been the case since 1977. Let there be no argument on that. Everyone knows that. The police act as the handmaidens of the party in power. In this case, the Trinamool is in power. That's it. It's very simple.
Last point. I have one question to ask here now. Where I have seen the places where the violence has been intense, most unfortunately, Murshidabad. Every place the Trinamool Congress is under serious threat. Murshidabad, Congress is making inroads. There's a 40% minority share out here. They voted for Trinamool in the past. Congress making inroads, violence, 5 people killed. Bhangur, Trinamool held it even before it ousted the left in the state in 2006. ISF has made inroads. Naushad Siddiqui won the seat.
Arnab,
Two people killed. 2 people killed.
This violence has been orchestrated by the opposition.
Dinhata, listen to me. Dinhata, 4 BJP workers were shot at. Kuch Bihar. This is the place Sudipto is on. This is the place where BJP has made significant inroads. So wherever Trinamool is under threat, there is more violence. Is that true or not? Wherever Trinamool is under threat, there is more violence.
I told you this story is...
Wherever the opposition is in some strength, they are killing the
Actually, from the weather, from the roads, from the air of Bengal, they want opposition-free Bengal. And this is the only way.
To vote against Trinamool.
Tausif,
I mean, you guys should have some kind of shame. You want to get some vote in the name of those 15 people who lost their life.
Please don't use this language now. Rohan, no. Rohan, I'll get Rohan in one last time. He didn't speak much. Yeah, Rohan.
I just didn't get a chance to speak. Can I just speak without being interrupted by anyone, please? You just said that, the Congress or the places where the Trinamool is under threat. That has been the case for the longest time, and the Congress has not been in an alliance. You guys seem the debate is Trinamool versus the BJP. Please stop this. The BJP is not fighting back. If the BJP was fighting back, the central forces would have been in Bengal. The central forces would have been route marching in these areas.
There is a point there.
But till now,
the question being, if the centre wanted, could it have responded more aggressively and in time? That's a very valid point. Should the centre have responded more aggressively earlier? It's a valid question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be reporting live on the day of voting tomorrow. We appeal for peace. We really hope, this network hopes, we do believe that the people of Bengal will rise up against the violence, that peace will return. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Good night and goodbye.